In this video, I'm going to show you how to create tables in your policy content. I've navigated to a policy and opened it for editing. Then I scrolled down to the content field. I'm going to add my table here using the table tool. I'm going to click on the table tool and then use the fields that are revealed to describe my table. The number of rows, the number of columns. I can indicate headers, which is bolded text in either the first row, the first column, or both. Then I can indicate a border size. If I want a thick border, I can give it a higher number value. And if I want this border to be invisible, as if it's just columns of information, I can use 0. I'm going to use a 1 so that you can see my table. Then I can set the alignment as left, center, or right for the entire table. If I don't set an alignment, it defaults to left. Next, use the caption and summary fields to describe this table. If you want a visible description of the table, use the caption. Width is the size of the table, and 500 indicates pixels. There's about 72 pixels per inch, so this would be about a 4 to 5 inch table. This table is probably going to be viewed by different screen sizes. So I actually want my table to expand and contract to screen size. So I'm going to change it to percentages. I'm going to say 100% of the screen size, regardless of whether the screen size is 4 inches or 17 inches. The height will automatically adjust to my width. Next, I can set cell spacing. Cell spacing is the width of the border as far as bubble or singular line. And then cell padding is the amount of space between the text and the cell border. I like a very singular table, so I'm going to do 0 for cell spacing. And for cell padding, I'm going to say 5, so that there's a little bit of room between the text and the border. When I've made my choices, I can say OK. Once my table's made, I can actually enter the text into the cell that I desire. Notice that when I entered my text, it expanded the cell that I was typing in. If I want to lock that down, I can actually right-click on the cell, and it reveals additional options for me. I have cell options, inserting cells, before and after, deleting cells, merging cells together, and splitting them apart. I'm going to actually go down to cell properties, and I'm going to set the width. This was a 2-column table, so I'm going to say 50-50. I'm going to use the drop down to indicate percent. The height will automatically adjust to the width size. I can also set my word wrap here as to whether I want it to wrap down or go through cells. I can indicate horizontal alignment of my text within a cell, left, center, right, or justify. And I can enter vertical alignment, top, middle, bottom, baseline. I can also set a background color if I wanted perhaps the first row to be blue or gray. I'm going to indicate that my choices are made and say OK. Now, no matter what I type, the table cell stays static. You'll notice that when I right-clicked on that cell, there were additional options available too. I can insert additional rows. I can do it before and after. I can also delete rows. I could do the same with columns, inserting rows, or inserting columns and deleting columns. I can also delete the entire table from here. I can also use my tab key to create additional rows by just using the tab key to come to the end of the line, and then it'll add another line below. If you have any questions about creating tables in Board Docs, please don't hesitate to contact Board Docs support at 1-800-407-0141, extension 1. Thank you.